What's up, guys? Thanks for coming back to the channel. We have a good one here today. This one's fun. I've been eating this one a lot. Thing I like about this one with my sweet tooth that I have is it feels like it's kind of a dessert one. But the cool thing about it is when you break down the macros, you could actually eat this for dinner, for lunch, for breakfast. It's very low sugar, high protein, low carbs, and the carbs are good carbs. So this one's kind of cool. I like this one. I do this one multiple times a week. Mix and match. After I tell you what it is, you'll understand, but I try different things. But I came up with kind of a cool idea yesterday. So what are we doing today? We're doing cinnamon roll French toast. And how are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna take the elements of a cinnamon roll, which obviously most everyone loves cinnamon rolls, but the calories, the carbs, that gut bomb after you eat it and you just wanna take a nap for an hour. It's just not our, especially on the Healthy Living channel, it's not our favorite. It's never gonna be our favorite on this channel. So we're gonna take the elements of that, the things that make it good, and we're gonna break down into good ingredients. So you can enjoy this anytime, you can share this with your family, and even for those picky eaters, when they don't wanna eat something because they think that it's not gonna taste good, trust me. Don't tell them what's in this one, let them try it, and they're gonna look at you crazy because they're gonna think they're eating something bad for them. So let's get into this. Again, thank you so much. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna get into this cinnamon roll French toast, and I'll show you how we're gonna do it. Pretty simple recipe. First and foremost, the most important part of this recipe that's going to keep it on the low carb, low calorie side is to make sure you choose your bread correctly. Now, this is the best bread I found for the calories. If you found one that's better, please let me know in the comments. But this has 40 calories per slice. It has a lot of fiber, so the net carbs are actually really low, and it tastes amazing. I'm telling you, this stuff is awesome. Minimal ingredients, not organic, but it still has a very good ingredients list. Not a lot of fillers. We're gonna need some liquid egg whites. I'm using liquid egg whites. Obviously, you would usually use a regular egg in French toast, but we want this to be on the low calorie, high protein side. We're gonna need some cinnamon. We're gonna need some stevia in the raw or sweetener of choice. I'd always suggest stevia or monk fruit as my two top choices. And then we're going to need some of this keto orgain protein. This is what I'm using, the vanilla. This is the best tasting, that's why, because this is gonna be kind of our filling for our cinnamon roll, our frosting. And then to complete the frosting, we're gonna be using this 0% milk fat Fage yogurt. It's awesome, use this in multiple recipes, 90 calories per serving, and it is awesome. Low carbohydrate, sugar content, and high protein. So these are our main ingredients, and I'll show you how we're gonna. It's easy, guys. You just, in a easy to maneuver bowl here, not a bowl, a cooking pan is what I'm using. What am I saying here? Anyways, put your egg whites in the whatever you use to put your bread in. You're gonna do 2 servings of liquid egg whites. You're gonna do a couple servings of cinnamon, and then 2 servings of your stevia in here first. Mix it together, and then just take your toast and basically flip it. That's all you're gonna do. So basically, you're just gonna make sure it soaks up all of that goodness, and then you're going to spray a pan and start cooking this on low heat. You wanna cook this on low heat so it doesn't burn, but basically that's the first step for the French toast. Now, the frosting is the best part, of course. This isn't gonna be a cinnamon roll without our frosting. So what you do is you take 1 serving, 100 grams, not even 1 serving, it's 100 grams of the Fage yogurt, 1 scoop of the keto protein, and what I do, if you don't have this, it's okay. It just makes it thicker, is I use a little bit of casein protein. You can get a great casein protein at the NutriShop. I use unflavored, but vanilla would work as well, or they actually have a cinnamon apple one though that would be good. But the casein really thickens things up because we don't want this to be runny when we're trying to make our frosting. So we're gonna mix this together. This is good enough to eat by itself. If you've never tried this, it's amazing. It's basically my protein frosting that I make on the channel for other recipes. Voila, just a little. You could do it in a food processor if you want, but you don't really need to. I added a little cinnamon, obviously, because we're doing cinnamon toast, but check this out, guys. It's like frosting. I mean, it's as thick as frosting. I don't think it'd be quite that thick if I didn't add the casein, but it tastes so good. I'm telling you, it tastes like vanilla frosting you put on a cake. So this is a must-do on all kinds of recipes. Now let's show you how we're gonna cook it. The key is cooking it slow. The way you'll know it's time to flip it over is when you do your spatula underneath it. If it sticks, let it cook a little longer. But that's how it looks. Basically, this is the exact same way that I did the grilled cheese, the protein grilled cheese. So you can make a grilled cheese the same way. You can see the bread texture, but it's super good. It's like, I don't know, like Texas toast. It just becomes very airy and crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. So we're gonna let this cook a little bit longer, and then we're gonna make up our concoction. There it is, guys. You go ahead and put your frosting on top, put a blueberry on there for the picture, of course. And then I get a little bit of sugar-free maple syrup and just line it on top. There is your cinnamon roll protein French toast. You gotta try this one, it's delicious. Hits the spot, great macros, great protein, low carbohydrate. This is a must do, and if you love cinnamon rolls, you're gonna love this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this recipe.